For the past week, probably, I'm playing Grazon Warfare's new update, Winds of War. While most of it was on the content creator server, for the past 2 days, I did played for about 17 hours on the live servers, because the patch went live, and it is not what I was expecting to be. I was only playing on a PvPvE servers, and in 17 hours, I had only one kill. One player kill. And no, it is not because I suck at PvP and I kept dying. There was literally one PvP encounter. I played a lot of game genres in the past 30 years. And if you ask me, there is absolutely nothing better than the open world PvP. Especially when the whole faction knows where the PvP is. It's the best. Last time that I felt that was in the Aeon. Aeon fighting in the Abyss. Because you could ping where the PvP was. And I was really hoping that I'm gonna get that feel back while questing and progressing in the Grazon Warfare, but that is not the case. Don't get me wrong, the update is amazing. In the past year and a half of development, you can clearly see and feel the developers do care and that are working on the game, making the game a better product. But the main reason why I started to play Grazon Warfare is because of that open world PvP. All of the progression is wiped and everyone started from the zero. For the first couple of hours, you're in the starting area. Every single faction, there are 3 factions, every single faction has their own starting towns, and after a few hours when the game starts to give you the missions to like, do the missions in the sawmill, do the missions in the Bampa, do the missions in the Tiger Bay, stuff like that, then the PvP starts. Because the other factions also have the missions in those areas, right? And in the perfect world, in my head, that's where the beautiful open world PvP starts. But that is not the case. And there are 2 reasons why. The first reason why is because the faction that I did chose, Mithras, is severely dominating the other 2 factions. There's just way more of us than the other 2 factions. The way how it works is you have 3 different factions. Every single faction can have up to 18 players, right? So, if you're playing in Mythos that has 18 players, you will join in a server that has like 3 Crimson and like 2 Le Mans. So the server is not going to be full. There is going to be a bunch of servers that has Mithras full, but not too many players, not too many enemies to kill. And I already know what people are going to say. Just change the server, Eroctic. We did. If the factions are balanced, so there is always around 33 versus 33 versus 33%, you would have a lot of PvP. Because 66% of the map is your enemy. Sadly, that is not the case. Currently, when you are choosing the faction that you want to play with, they are giving you $5,000 bonus. And if you check my character right now, I'm sitting on $142,000 and it's been what? Not even 20 hours. And the second reason, I completely missed the part where the developers added in 0.2 update PvE mode only. If you click Joint Operations, not Warfare, Warfare is a PvPvE. If you click Joint Operations and you deploy, you're entering in a PvE server where all 3 factions are friends and they are fighting bots. So if we join in the PvE server and you check my inventory, I'm having exactly the same inventory just like in the PvPvE server. And both of those things that I did mention, when you combine them, they are completely ruining the open world PvP experience. And this is the reason why I have 1 kill and 0 deaths in the PvP in the Grazon Warfare for the past 18 hours of playing on the live servers. I do not know the reasoning why did the developers decided to have a shared progression in between PvE and PvPvE. But if you have to do it, if you must have it for some unknown reason, there has to be some kind of a mechanic, some kind of a buff to reward the people that are playing on the riskier servers. If you ask me, I would simply flat out split the progression in between PvE and PvPvE. If you want my second suggestion, like I already said, loot on a PvPvE servers should be more rewarding than in a PvE servers. Or give the players more experience when they are playing PvPvE mode. Because right now, why the fuck Would you backpedal with your progression when you can just be in your little safe bubble in the PvE and probably perform even better than in a PvP servers, right? Because what? You have like players that you don't have to worry about. That is the first thing. And the second thing is, as I already mentioned, there is no reward with playing the factions that are in the disadvantage at all. You're just getting $5,000 bonus. And even right now, after realizing that everyone is playing my faction and there is simply no enemies, I cannot even change the faction mid-progression. If I want to change the faction, I'm going to have to wipe out 18 hours of my playtime. And they should definitely change that. They should give us the ability to change the factions, no matter when, if they're in the disadvantage. You cannot enter in the more powerful faction, but if you are in the more powerful faction, you should have a free ticket plus some kind of a bonus with swapping the factions. Like, for example, XP boost. If you're playing on the less dominated factions, you should have XP advantage. You should have a faster progression. In a few days, the factions will be balanced out. And by the way, I'm not talking about XP buffs like permanently. There should be some kind of a checker in the game for the past 48 hours. Active player base in the past 48 hours. Who is playing what faction, and then based on that number, the cycle of the XP buff or whatever the hell buff rotates. I remember in 0.1 patch, when we all bought the game and tried it out for the first time, homie, I spent in Banpa whole day, 1.5 day, struggling with doing the missions. Because of the overwhelming amount of the PvP. I fucking loved it. Because that's what fed me, dude. That's what gave me the reason to go there again and again and again. Progression for the missions and organic PvP. Contested areas. It was so amazing. It was so great. And now, when they introduced the outposts and the actual, like, planet side 2 map domination, I was expecting that this is going to happen even more. Because of those circles, you can clearly see where PvP is happening. But sadly, there is just no PvP. And I'm a little bit bummed out about that one. Even with this system right now that we have, I don't care if people are playing PvE. I don't even care if people are progressing in a PvE so they can play PvP later. But having absolutely 0 people to kill, that's the problem. Just give me one server. Just give me one server where I can be happy. Can we just fill up 18 people on one faction, 18 people on the another faction, and then 18 people in my faction so I can actually PvP and have fun? Just one. I don't care about anything else. The thing is, the performance of the servers is great. It is indefinitely better than in 0.1 patch that we played on our launch. Questing is amazing, exploration is amazing. Persistent accepting and completing the missions, it's amazing. Everything is great, but I simply have to kill other people while doing it, I hope that you guys agree with me. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. How was in 0.2 patch? Was PvP popping off a little bit later or what? Because even if the PvP starts to pop off, you're already in the end game. So the whole journey through that organic PvP with the shitty guns on the beginning, with the shitty M on the beginning, it is just not there. It just doesn't exist. So what, people are just farming PvE and then they reach the end game and then they are chads to PvP. Kinda lame, not gonna lie. And by the way, I'm making this video because I do care about Grey Zone Warfare, I want to play this game and have fun. Because it has a lot of potential, I can clearly see it. And that's the reason why I'm making this video, I'm not trying to spread negative hype or reduce the sales. I'm just giving you my transparent feedback. You like it or not. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one. Eroctic out.